Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, no matter where you are in the world. This is Howie, and I'm here to help you win with money. Today is Thursday, January 26, 2023. We are near the end of week number 4 of the trading year. And today's video, I want to talk a little bit about a new addition that I put into my portfolio, but it's not related to options. Yet I am writing options on it, but I'll talk a little bit more about that. If you want to see my stock trades, join me or follow me on Twitter, Solving Chaos. You see that I post my option trades here. If you want to have a discussion, you can join me in Facebook group Investing 102, where I also post my trades with a little bit more description of what I'm doing. And if you have questions, you can comment below and have a discussion there. So let's go straight to E-Trade. I made a video saying that I wasn't going to buy any new positions in this portfolio, and it was barely 20 days into the year. Couldn't keep that promise, but I think in the end, the viewers who watch this will benefit greatly from what I purchased, and I'll explain a little bit more about it. So this is the new holding that I purchased. You see this on January 20th. I bought this new holding. So what is this? Let's take a quick look. JEPI, JP Morgan Equity Premium ETF, an index fund that yields 11% a year. And if you look at it, it doesn't have a long history. Year to date, 1 year, 5 year. It's not even 5 years. You see that? It's very limited. If you're looking for yield, this has a great yield. The problem is there's not enough history to know how it performs relative to the S&P 500. Purchased this particular holding. You see that 100 shares. It's worth $5,000. This holding is already a covered call. What's interesting is you can see what I did. I can also now write a covered call on top of this strategy. Now you're not going to make a lot of premiums, because if you look at this, let me see what happens if I roll it out 1 month. You see that? There's not a lot of premium on this. So even if I'm moving up $1, you see you're not going to be making a lot. You got to roll it up to make an extra $4 or $5 plus the difference, right? The 100 shares is a $100 move. But that's because this holding, you don't expect the price to move much. It's paying out a monthly dividend. And I'm going to show you that right now. We'll go to the estimate income for this portfolio. And you'll see that the portfolio makes about $1,500 a year. But here's what you're looking for. This monthly income on 100 shares, $57. And then what's interesting is look at it here. Next month it's going to pay. Now I am reinvesting it. And what I would like to do is hold this for more than a few years. And then we'll revisit this to see whether or not this strategy is useful for those who are like around 60 years old. And this is the reason why we're looking at this. If you have $1 million, and if you buy shares in this, it's a decent yield. And you see it in my portfolio, I bought $5,000 worth. I'm getting $57 payout per month. Let's take a look at what this data looks like in an Excel sheet. So I just took the data that you see here. I have 100 shares. I put it here. And the rate is the dividend payout rate. And if you do the math, basically this is telling me my yearly yield is over 12. And I'm not sure why, because on Yahoo Finance it said it was 11.2 something. And maybe it's because each month it's recalculated and it's not really a static, or it depends on the trading with the cover call strategy. But I think that's what it is. But let me show you what this looks like. And let's look at the market price. Market price is 55.17. So if it's 55.17, you got to do something like this. What this is telling you is my 100 shares is producing $57 per month. And if this thing can hold its value, the underlying, plus if the yield is decent, what decent is, this is a 11 or 12% yield, or a monthly yield of 1%. Look at what the payouts would be. So I only have 100 shares, $5,000. but I want to test it. I want to hold this for 5 or 6 years and see, can it mirror the S&P 500, or will it underperform or overperform? So this is what I need to test out. So for my viewers, I don't have an opinion yet, because if this thing is relatively close to the S&P return over 5 or 10 year return rates, there's something really good about this. The S&P today only returns about 1.5 or 1.6% yield. If you use JEPI in 1 year, you're going to make $120,000, whereas in the S&P 500, you may make about 15 or 16,000 per year. Huge difference, because again, this is yielding about 12% or 11%. The other one's yielding 1.6% in the S&P 500. I really do think that even if it underperforms the S&P by, let's say, 3 or 4% a year, you got to look at the total returns. I actually think this may be something that may be a good solution instead of using a high dividend yield ETF in retirement, which really interests the FIRE movement, the FIRE. Thanks again for watching. Let's follow along and don't miss an episode. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment below on what you think about JEPI and whether or not you think is a better solution than SPY in retirement. Don't forget, let's do this together. Let's do this $1 at a time. Have a profitable day. Bye-bye.